versus Essendon Bombers. Round 2, the penultimate game of the round. Both sides 0 and 1. Both sides wanting to kickstart their campaign with a victory today. I've got Sandra in chat. Ashley, good day to you. TL, big Essendon man himself. How are you, my brother? Hopefully, we have a big game. A big game on our hands. Both sides busting for a win in what could be a very telling game. Port Adelaide last week, very disappointing in their turnout. Will be incredibly disappointed against North. They got absolutely decimated. But Essendon, on the other hand, got absolutely destroyed by Hawthorn. So both sides, a lot of work to do. Perfect opposition for each other. This could be an intriguing one. TL, I'm hoping the same, mate. Like, you've got to go out there. Lockie Jack, good day, mate. Look, tell you what, usually these games, though, are the more intriguing ones. I am excited about it. Live at the AO. A baptism of fire has to be said for Josh Carr. It was a very poor performance. It's going to be interesting how this game goes out. Interesting that Ken Hinckley's heavily involved with his old charges. Don't know how I'd feel about that with Josh Carr. I know he's got a relationship with them, but they do have to move on. Lewis, who do I think is getting relegated from the Premier League? Well, I mean, I think we can all confirm that Burnley are down. I think Burnley and Wolves are down. Burnley, Wolves, Forest. I think West Ham survive. Sean, good day, mate. I saw you were procrastinating. How are you going, mate? How is the studies? Good to see you, mate. So it should be all to play for you. City will get a slap on the wrist and they'll be told naughty piggies. Hey mate, Werribee just going strong. Rainer, how you doing? Lucinda, good to see you. So I'm excited about this game. I think this game could be a very intriguing fixture. I think the West Coast North Melbourne game as well will be an intriguing one as well for the partial observer as well. North genuinely make that look hard. Lewis, I mean, I'd imagine North should fancy themselves. I think they win that well, but genuinely they have a habit, don't they? Like that. Hey, Sean, mate, just you make sure you're right, mate. That's the most important thing. Hey, Lucinda, good to see you, my love. Good to see you. So, Essendon, the younger side, the least experienced. Tiger Time, good day, mate. How are you? Did you have fun yesterday? Obviously not the result, but was it a good day out? So the teams then, very interesting in this one. Port really did ring the changes pre-game. So before we start, we will talk about that. They were heavy on that Vicentini was going to be their new ruckman, and they have pied him off incredibly early. Has to be said. But the teams, no Vicentini, Ollie Lord and Lachlan Jones. Jordan Sweet, Lukosius and Mead come in, and Archer May, the only change from last week for Isaac Kako. Poet, mate, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Hey, Rainer, it's good of you, that. Sonia, good day. Good luck today. Petra, good day, mate. Blue Baggy, you never know. Well, Essendon win the toss. We've only had 3 losses from the toss this year. Nick, mate, this is what life's all about, buddy. To be fair, I'm still feeling under the weather, Nick, so I wouldn't be doing anything exciting. So I might as well do something productive, as they say. That's quality, that, Ashley. That's brilliant. Hey, Luke, how are you, mate? Hope you're doing well. Oh, Sandra. What do we go with? AC Milan, doing well. Serie A. Thank you very much, Sandra. I had fun with old Druzy. Ashley, I don't blame you. It would be a very thankless task being an umpire, I'd say. I had a mate in the UK who used to ref, and he hated it. So we are about to get underway then. Port Adelaide, Essendon, both sides desperate for the dub. And articles will be written about either side tomorrow, whoever loses. So more relaxing. Luke, g'day, mate. How are you? Jordan Sweet looks like a rocking bull there. Here we go. Game about to commence. And we are off. It's Daniel, mate. There we are. Jordan Sweet takes the first little bit of grab, but great work there from Sam Durham. Lewis, it was a good game, wasn't it? Rational Roman, how are you, mate? And here we are. Out comes Jason Horne-Francis looking for options. Pings it just down to the wing. Good little mark by Whitlock. He goes back inside. And big Mitchy G can't do it. Hey, Sandra, thank you very much. Don't at me. That was a tough watch, that, mate. It was a good game, but a tough watch. Tough watch, brother. Jordan Sweet doing battle against Blackiston, goes out the back. Zach Merritt gets away. Just to the midfield. Kako on the ground ball. He's tracked by Burgoyne. Gets his kick away. But not much in it. And a very easy intercept grab for Todd. G'day, Jack. How are you? You all right, mate? Zach Merritt being very busy there. Goes backwards to Newen. Looking for some options. And Essendon fumble in the middle from Zach Merritt. Don't at me. Hey, mate. Hate watching your rivals. I love it. Andrew McGrath. Good little handball chain here. Inside Parrish. Out the back, there is players there, though. Ratically gets the little paddle from Mead, and Mead gets the handball received. Alia down the left wing. Good grab by Corey Durden. Rasha Roman, I thought the first half, I thought the second quarter was really good. I think any team would struggle without Nankervis and Lynch. So, mate, I'm with you, brother. I mean, look, I thought there was a lot more positive signs than negative. You got run over by a great side without your best ruckman. Lefau is incredibly undersized for a ruckman as well. I did, Lewis. Great game, wasn't it? Great game, mate. GWS unlucky. Midge Giododis then. Gonna have the first shot in anger at this game. He's kicked at least one goal. 31 out of his 32. Well, probably. That's a behind. Tiger time, look. I mean, look. I thought I would have loved to have seen how that game would have gone with them. I'm not taking that away from Gold Coast. I think Gold Coast would have won, but I thought there was a lot of positive signs in the way that you went about your work. I don't think you looked. I thought the way that the second and third quarter you didn't look flustered is a huge honour. And you made Gold Coast go up a level, which is... I watched them against Eagles. They kind of cruised. But they had to go up a level against the Tigers, so that's a huge positive. So we have a stoppage here. 17:27 to play in the first. Archie Roberts paying close attention to Zachy Butters. Blackiston taps it down. And out they come out the back. Bergman, nice quick feet, gets his ball away to half forward. Mark not taken cleanly. But we have a stoppage. Spot on, Luke. You bunk on, mate. Good luck today, my friend. Wish you the best. Here we are. Here is Zachy B. Zachy B flips it out the back. Jace Burgoyne. Entry inside 50 and a great little get up and leap from young. Well, not so young Mason Redman. Hey, Tiger time. I'd be look, there's no such thing as a good loss. But at the end of the day, you are where you are, aren't you? Archie Roberts, bit of a fumble. He's under a lot of pressure, manages to get the handball away. And here they come. Dyson Sharp does some good little fumbly work there. Xavier Dersma looks for his mate Parrish. And here they go. They can come out a little bit here. Zachy Johnson, usually reliable with his ball use. Looking for some options. Goes inside 50. The target is there. Caddy did very well. Is that a trip on Peter Wright? Umpire says no. Farini gets there first. And we are Bombers 6. Port Adelaide 1. Good start. Spawn, Lewis. That's going to be a big game. I'm guessing you're a West Ham United fan, are you? And an Eagles fan? Hey, that was good from him, wasn't it, Sharpie? Hey, thank you very much, Rational Roman, mate. Best of luck for the season. Hey, Sharp did very well. And Zach Johnson, mate. Good start from the Bombers. 6-1. Hey, Lewis, too good on his sides, though, mate. Did you on TikTok or Insta, Sean? I'll check it at quarter time. Blackiston does battle again. You know what? Blackiston looks like really annoyingly close to a decent footballer. Zach Butters inside 50. Giordadis is the target. Well handled though, and Nuance finds the line. But you know what? Big credit there to Zachy Reid. Did very well in that one-on-one contest. It's going to be interesting, you bunk on what they do, isn't it? I mean, you imagine they're going to get decent value should Butters leave, mate. So you'd imagine that they can start it there. And they've obviously got Cochrane coming in, who's a very good footballer. Langford does well to get rid of it, but Mead intercept marks. And Port looked to slingshot. This was an area of concern for Essendon last week, and it looks like it hasn't changed. No pressure from that quick turnover. I'll give it a check, Sean. I don't check TikTok as much as I should. And Mitch Giordadis will have another attempt. You know what? Miles Bergman, just quietly an underrated little footballer as well. I agree, Lewis. I agree, Ashley. Yeah, spot on. Like, be proud of that, man. The Richmond fans in the chat. See how it did look very like the rewatch. Here we are. Mitch absolutely bobbins that. That misses everything. It even missed the guy that was chowing down on the sandwich, not aware the ball was coming his way. Essendon really showcasing this willingness to move the ball quickly from the back half of the ground, trying to open up the corridor. Umpire pays a free against them, holding in the ruck contest. And Port Adelaide look to switcheroo. Jordan Sweet finds Aliyah. They love this left wing, do the Port power. Here is Joseph Berry with a shaved scone. You love to see it. Zach Merritt doing some defensive craft, and Ben Mackay finds Newen. And tell you what, Zach Reid under all sorts of pressure. Not the handball. Not the handball you want. And Mitch Giordadis was like, thank you very much. Tell you what. Obviously, Zach Reed still owes subs for the midweek break. And Mitch is going to have attempt number 3. One's hit someone eating a sandwich. One went for behind. This one goes straight through the eye diddle diddle. That one's a dagger through the heart for the Essendon's faithful. Bombers Rockets fan, how you going, mate? Good luck today. Hey, Kate, how you doing? You know what? Mitch looks like probably the nicest key forward in the league. Yeah, Lewis, it was a weird one, wasn't it? Good luck today as well, mate, against North. That's a really intriguing fixture, that. Hey, mate. Hopefully 2-2, mate, for you today. I wish you the best. 7-6 then. 14 minutes to play. Jordan Sweet. Span round. Oh, my God. The amount of ruck free kicks we see nowadays. Jesus, let the boys play. Little bit of a slip inside there from Zach Reed. Ben Mackay. You like to see that, don't you? Just absolutely took out Jack Whitlock and then gives him a little pat on the back, but still goes and defends. Right, that. Oh, straight out of the rug contest. Jordan Sweet, and that is a soppy goal. They're not the goals you want to concede. 13-6, and just like that, in a blink of an eye, Port have 2 in a flash. It's probably why there is an argument that that's probably something Blackiston's going to have to learn, which is interesting. He's Goldie's still in. I did actually, yeah. Weird one, isn't it? I did like the fact no one knew what it was. You know what? There, Goldstein he's still part of your ruck team in the terms of coaching, isn't he? Blackiston really needs to work on his body position, doesn't he? Really needs to Goldstein was really good at that. Getting a nice low base, getting his core engaged. He always looks off balance when the ball hits the deck, which gives him that advantage on the ground ball. But it's a nightmare if you get knocked. You're going to go topsy-turvy. Here we go. Jackson Mead tries to handball to himself. Oh, tell you what, that is not the best from Jackson Pryor. He did everything but tackle him. Got a piggyback for about 2 meters there. Petra. It's one-way traffic, isn't it, in the minute? There we are. Nice quick hands from Port. Jacob Weir, their mid-season, the end-of-year recruit. Essendon trying to build. McGrath goes out wide. He finds Archie Perkins, who goes backwards. He wanted the give and go. He gets the give, wait, go. Takes a bounce, brings in the pressure. Port doing incredibly well just to keep their lines. Farini ran an absolute mile. And Max Gondagianis has absolutely nowhere to go and concedes that last disposal out of bounds. Jace Burgoyne, that's way too easy. Jason Horne-Francis didn't have anyone in cooey of him, and McGrath looks at his defenders and says it was me versus 5 players. Very poor, that. Port just showcasing some of the issues here that the Bombers have. McGrath gave him way too much respect. Blue Baggers, mate, it's a good call. So I saw a lot of Port fans getting stuck into Jason Horne-Francis last week, which I thought was interesting, but still a very good footballer. Still lots of football left in his career. Starts it right, draws it back to perfection. And the Bombers, 3 goals in about as many minutes. Look at that guy just calmly supping his pint. Thin focal frames. You love to see it. And 3 goals, 1 goal zip. And that was just way too easy here. Gondo, the spatial awareness of my nan parallel parking and Renault Espace there. But Jason Horne-Francis in an absolute mile. And I don't know where Andrew McGrath was going at that point. But 2 Essendon players just on their own with no one around them. 3 at half back. It was a fascinating, very underprepared. You don't want to concede them goals, do you, TL and Bombers Rocket? Yeah, Bombers, mate. They're the ones that kick you in the willy, don't they? Good mark there by Nate Caddy. They've got a decent amount out, Ashley. Nate Caddy, wrong foot, Salia Alia. That could be excellent. Behind. I shall tell you, Ashley, my friend. Their injury list as we stand at the minute is Cillian Burke, Nick Bryan, Angus Clark, Tom Edwards, Lewis Hayes, Nick Martin Season, Ridley and Seta Feedies. Bombers, I suppose. I mean, look, you can't blame the defence if the defence isn't there, can you? Selective blame. Lakoshi's quick handball. Butters says, come at me, bro. Inside 50. That is a very weird zone. Set by the Bombers. Oh, my God. Jai Caldwell's just air-shotted a handball. Oh, no. I've got to review these guys. Inside we go. Hugh and McKinley. Bobbly ball, and Zach Reed just lets that one go through the point post. You know, one thing I'll say, Brad Scott being at Essendon now, what, year 5, is it, chat? Bombers and TL, correct me if I'm wrong, is it his 5th year at the minute? He's definitely lost a lot of weight. Stress has got to him. Stress. You know what's really weird is I remember when... have I made this up, TL? But like 6 months into his tenure at the AFL, didn't he say that he hated coaching and didn't he want to go in? Jack Watkins drills it in. Berry just lets it bounce. Lukosius, clever little handball. Genius kick by Corey Durden. And Joe Berry says, thank you very much. Cheers, TL. Yeah. We do love a little bit of CDT, Tiger Time. Do love a little bit of CDT. And here we are, Joe Berry. Was a little live wire at his draft year, old Joe Berry. Yeah, TL, which I've always found weird, because like that would kind of put me off recruiting someone. He was a live wire in juniors. His kicking was a lot better than that. 3 goals, 3. You bunk on, mate. Come on, stick fat. We're going to be with this. We're going to get you through it. Even though I am a Carlton man, mate. In my capacity as an analyst, I can be neutral, so I'm going to be here with you, mate. We're going to get through this together. Just know this hurts me as well. McGrath goes inside, and it's a nice little mark by Jacob Weir. Free kick, though, Essendon for interference in the marking contest. And they're going to have to make something work here now, Essendon. Need a little bit of patience. This is something that Richmond did incredibly well last week and this week against Gold Coast. They were willing to play their game. They didn't get rushed. They didn't get panicked. They played their game. Another last touch out of bounds. I agree, Ashley. I couldn't agree more with you, mate. Flipped inside. That is an absolute delightful kick. Got to ask yourself why there was so much space. William Drew flips it out wide. Dinky little kick just up to half forward. Magnus, I do think I'd be interested in what they do by the by, Magnus. G'day, Peter. How are you, mate? Lewis, I think so. That's way too easy. Just 2 little kicks. Jason Horn-Francis was a mile in front of Newen on the lead. And it feels like they're caught between a rock and a hard place. Like, defensively, it's almost like no one knows. Like, look at how many players they've committed to that forward passage of play. But There was 2 leads there separately as well. If you watch that footage back, where Essendon players are running the opposite way of the other players. Horn Francis nails that through. 27-7. Hey, Toby. Hey, David. How are you, mate? Not a great degree of sense of urgency. Reminds me a little bit like watching Liam Rossini. Hey, Toby. How you doing? Well, it's one way to shut the critics up, isn't it, Lucinda? A lot of people gave him stick last week. She is looking after him well. I'm a little bit under the weather at the minute, Peter, but I'm okay apart from just got a little bit of a man flu, but I'm okay. It is, mate, yeah. Bombers, mate, you're right. Hey, Knackers, well done, mate. Good 4 points, buddy. That was a squeaky bum time for the last 10 minutes, wasn't it, mate? Oh, brave mark there by Jackson Pryor. Wearing the sunscreen, looking like an Australian slip fielder in the 90s. Yeah, TL, so many players committed in that forward phase. I'm very well, thank you, Toby. A little bit under the weather, but I'm okay apart from that. A little bit of a cold brewing, a little bit of a fever, but I'll be okay. Keeping me fluids up. Jai Colwell, handballs to no one. Parrish just didn't want to pick that up, and out they come. Zach Butters, who's had an acreage of the ball. Horrible handball, but 3 people get beaten by 1 man. Dyson Sharp lays the tackle. The handball gets away, and Port flip it out wide. And the space here. You know there, look, the 4 guys in the centre of your screen there, Essendon. Only 2 of them have men. Like, this is where... Like, they've got 2 loose. 3 loose in the back line. And look at this here, like, look at Zach Butters just walking unaided here. It's going to be interesting who picks him up if this ball comes down. Good mark by Peter. Right, g'day, Paul. How you doing? It's not great, Bombers. Petra, definitely work rate. Paul, how you doing, mate? Good to see you, man. And Kyle Longford, back half. Do they think Dan Andrews is still in charge of Victoria and we've still got the restrictions of how close we can be to everyone? And Port just toying with our food. You know what's really weird, though, is the extras you've got in defence that don't seem to actually have a job. Oh, my God. Jackson Pryor's attempt in that marking contest was a little bit like my attempt to resist my wife during my honeymoon. And Jack Whitlock, 550 him. He's put on a bit of size as old Whitlock. It's not going to swing enough behind. Yeah, T.O., it's weird, isn't it? Like, if you're committing that many people down to your forward and back line, surely you would just double up on their players. Looking for the switch. That's a little bit more positive. Like, no one's leading into this space here, look. Well done. Someone finally did. Farini there, showing his experience. Ashley, I wouldn't disagree with you. I feel like the media are incredibly harsh on him as well because he went home. Lewis, I still think he's a midfielder. I think what Carlton needs to do with Cripps is use him in spurts, not play him like a fucking donkey. Oh, come on, mate. There's no way you touch that. Ball goes straight out of bounds last kicked. And Porter trying to claim it is. Nice little kick in the centre. Jide Colwell, honestly, has fumbled more than me the first time I removed a bra. And he's put them under all sorts of trouble when that was a routine inside 50. They commit so many men. And how is no one within cooey of Jason Horn-Francis? Jason Horn-Francis has 3. That is absolutely mind-boggling. Hey, Juddy, much love, mate. Good to see you, my friend. Mate, some of them decisions, bro, are some of the worst decisions I've seen in professional football, mate. It was very good, wasn't he? I watched the game this morning. Incredibly good. Cody Walker. Not surprised, though. Hey, Kate, good to see you. Genuinely, that is... I'd love to see the behind-the-camera footage. Jai Colwell, though, fuck me, man. I've seen people be more reliable defusing a bomb on a fucking boat during an earthquake. Ambo, quick hands there. That's genius by Butters. Sweet, drills it in. Another lead. Jason Horne-Francis is absolutely giving him nightmares. And Joe Berry off the left. And Essendon are in an absolute quagmire. Rainer, I feel for the young kids. 4 minutes to go. 47. And as I have to say, the good teams have a ruthless execution of the basics. And at the minute, watching Essendon would be akin to watching some very hands-off parents enter their kid in the 100 metres finals in the Olympics before he's learnt to walk. They are trying to do complex stuff, and they have no appreciation of the basics. Don't mind that, Blue Bagger. Definitely something that Walsh has needed to improve since his draft year. His ability to be offensive. Rosie, one bounce. He's now starting to get a tail wag. Puts one out in front. Horne-Francis has been a constant menace. Newen gives up the chase on Joe Berry. Bobbly ball. It's done everything but go through, and that was funny to watch Lukosius try and get that ball. I agree, actually. I do feel, though, a lot of the hatred is because he wanted to go home. Big blindside play Telstra whistle. I love your work. Much love, mate. Thank you very much. Tap down. Oh! Tell you what, Will Drew's getting involved now. Chris, look, I mean, I'd say a harder job just because of the physicality of Cripps, but pace-wise, I mean, the way to beat Carlton really is take away that outlet ball, so it's probably not so much tag Cripps, it's do a run with roll with Walsh. So you watch Sydney did incredibly well. Richmond did an incredible job with Jack Ross as well, just taking away that outlet ball of the back half of the ground, out the back of stoppages and clearances, really kind of stifles Carlton's ball movement. So if I was coaching against Carlton, I don't think I'd put full stop on that run with roll. Stop it. And another free kick, last touched out of bounds. And Brad Scott, honestly, just looks like... It looks like a weekend dad at McDonald's Play Centre. Zero control at the minute. Looking for the switch. Aaliyah. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? They do love a switch. Don't know if you ever used to watch Analytics Corner on Blue Abroad when I used to do it. It's one of the South Australian traits. You see it a lot in the Sandful, that very early switch. And Farini sees it out there. A lot of handballs to Farini as he's been tackled. 41-7 at the minute. Not a great start, has to be said. Essendon probably their own worst enemies. Oh, Ratikalia falls over, and can they get something going? Can they end strong? Kick out in front, Kako on a foot race with Logan Evans. Good soccer. Go on, Lungyard. Go on. Ah. Proper blue bagger. Jacob Weir goes for that kick. Ben Mackay, Zach Merritt. You know what as well? If you're committing that many people in your attacking phase, you can't sit off like that. You can't sit off like that. The pressure has got to be at the source. Blackiston, good quick hands. Archie Roberts through the middle. That's a better kick. Dyson Sharp takes his time. Why is he taking his time? It's a simple kick, bro. Farini and Kako, excellent running. You know what I mean, though? Like, that's another thing that I've noticed about Essendon last week as well, where Richmond were at the fall of the ball, made sure they were there front and centre, made sure that they had an extra behind the back of the stoppage. It's crazy to watch. Here we are, Cax. Oh, drags it left. "45 seconds to play." Connor Rosie with kicking duties here. It's weird that a lot of the coaches, Bombers, Rockets fan has got like that. That's one hell of a mark on Ratikalia. Yeah, but you see, Bombers fans, that's like what I said earlier. I remember him doing that interview saying he didn't want to coach anymore. I wonder if the hunger's gone out a little bit, because I think this would be a real, like, Teresa's joking. Skipworth, I think, would be someone perfect. Someone who's hungry for the role. It's a huge honour to be the Essendon coach. Aaliyah, way too easy. 10 seconds to play. Spot on, Ashley. And there is the siren. Quarter time gone. And very easy. 41-9. And probably as bad as you'll see from Essendon, that. Redmond looks like he's done for the day. Josh Carr looking like any Premier League coach that's been taken from the Championship programme in the last 10 years. Mate, cashing checks, breaking hearts. Well, I mean, what can you say there? Very, very straightforward for Essendon. It's just the basics. It's like, apply yourself. But way too much space in the forward half and way too much space down back. But tough watch. Hopefully the Bombers can get chatted to and get some love. So the 2028 draft, mate. So this year, in the 2027 draft, they have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. So 5, 7, 11 must be traded. They also have the 17-year-old access in 2027. Actually, you see, it's a very underrated thing because you see Dyson Sharp doing the same thing as well. Rich Sujan from Twitch, spot on. Essendon have replaced 30 players over the last 5 years. Some of them went straight out again. It's a tough watch. You know what gets me more, though, is there's no... And I say this about Carlton, right? There is no defined identity. You know, when I think of... When I watch footage of, like, the 2000s of Essendon, the 1995, 1990s Carlton... There was an identity, a brand in which we understood of them teams. I think when you look at Brisbane, there is a brand, there is an identity. I look at a lot of the big four. If I look at a lot of the big four, I think only Collingwood have a form of identity and Richmond are building it. So you watched yesterday, you saw Essendon, Richmond have an identity. There is a Tiger Line DNA in that team. Working the ball, quickly from the back half, working the ball, manic pressure ahead of the ball, taking the game on. Watching Sam Grull and stuff, you can see Uze's really harnessed that spirit of take the game on, take a risk. Where there feels like a very nervous energy when I watch Essendon, particularly in Carlton, from making a mistake. So it's a fascinating one for me. In this year's draft, 5, 7, and 9. Mate, is that what you're asking? If I had 5, 7, and 9 coming up in this year's draft, Coda who for? If it was Eagles, best available, but Coda Edwards would definitely be up there. Garrison Kent, should he kick on? Looking bad, Admiral Epstein, Jesus. What a name. Bombers for Rockets. I mean, you see, that's the big thing, though. The ruthless execution of the basics is so important. And that's one thing that I've noticed very early doors with Richmond, is their basics are very ironed on. But, like, what's weird, Bombers, is watching you guys play Bombers Rocket, is that you have the players there. You're playing the extra behind the ball. And it's not doing anything. And I know that we live in the era of the AFL, where the AFL is probably the only league in the world that says the fans have any sort of impact on things that coaches should do. But like for me, when I look at it, that they play with so much nerves, and that's coaching. To me, a coach that's the biggest part of it. That's the biggest part of it. Sending your troops out in there in the best available mindset to be the players they are. And I do notice it about Carlton and Essendon quite a bit. I look at your draftees and I don't see anyone getting better. Lewis, I think a new team's going to have to go for a big name. I think Dacos would be the dream. But I think you've got to go for that fluidity of the list as well. So, I mean, if I was in Brendan Gale's position, I would be trying to get a large contingent of particularly of the young lads, of the young Tasmanian lads, try and get that identity and that brand and that core. I think Gold Coast have done, one of the underrated things about Gold Coast is a big part of their core is that Gold Coast Suns Academy. There is an identity. There is definitely a style of play and brand. We are off in the second quarter. Spot on, Bombers. And that is 100% coaching. Much love, Toby. Here we are, down the bat they go. Can Essendon bring it out? The hunger as well for the ball is insane. Bergman, dangerous kick in the middle. Merritt couldn't get there. Blackiston gets on him like he owes him money. One of the best George Gregans you'll see. Al Akar, Sam Durham puts it up onto the square. A horrendous kick and Alia will come out. And this was another area last week that really killed Essendon. Transition defence. Isn't he good? Spot on, Petra. This is where you're really looking at your bigger guys, isn't it? Like Coldwell has had a mare who is kind of that physical disciplinarian. Zach Butters on a burst, and that was too easy. And again, coast to coast for the Port Power. It's tough. They might be the subject of a PommInOz this week, Essendon. St Kilda got the treatment last week. Essendon might get it this week. Early Pom call. Jack Lacocious, usually an absolutely beautiful kick. Usually an absolute gem of a kick. Well, he was in the draft year. And he still is now. Straight through the eye, diddle diddle. 7 goals, 5, 47. 1 goal, 3-9. Actually, unfortunately for Brad Scott, I just don't feel Mason Redmond would fix it for him. I don't think Nick Martin would fix it as well. ASMR friendly, how are you doing? Fair chance, bro. Fair chance. You'll always win a game, Bombers Rocket fan. You'll always win a game. Do you feel, though, Rich Sujan, and help me phonetically spell your name, because I'd hate to offend you, mate, but do you think that Essendon have gone through, like, an identity after the drug saga, a little bit like Carlton, where they've lost an edge of ruthlessness and making the hard calls for the sake of being liked? Do you feel that? I feel like Carlton went through that a lot. Rich Sujan? Do you feel like they've done that, though? That they've tried to change their branding almost PR-wise? Where... Because I get that feeling about Carlton for years as well, because of the 95 saga. We just try and not be nice. But you've got to remember the ruthless edge brought you the success. Like, sport's not meant to be nice. I hate hearing that, nice. What did you buy at IKEA, Ratouche? Big tackle there. Albert, you know what? Maybe there's something wrong with me, but I can never take pleasure in other teams' misfortune unless we're good. I'm good, mate. Spot on, Bombers. And I think that's a big thing, because at the end of the day, winning is everything, isn't it? It's like a brutal industry. This is a little bit better from Essendon, though. They're doing well to get it from T to midfield. Oh, does. You know what? He's weird. He's Kako. Like, I don't mean to make... I hope so, mate. Like, honestly, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Even though I'm a Carlton man, AFL is my #1 love. The league needs a strong big four for me, and we need Essendon up there and Carlton up there. And that element of ruthlessness is big. Hossein Al-Akkar gives it off. Peter Wright. Nate Caddy. Hard work gets a bit of reward. So, Essendon fans in chat, let's just say, what are we fucking checking here? So, let's just say you're Welsh. Who would be the coach? Who would be the coach? Because I've heard a lot of Essendon, if that hits the post from point blank range, that could be one of the worst moments in the history of sport. I think he has hit the post, chat. I don't want to be that guy, but that does actually look like that hits the coast harder. So, like, I've heard a lot of people say Dean Solomon, but I don't like that. I just don't think it can be someone internal. I think you need an external leader. And that kind of sums Essendon up, doesn't it? The basics. You know what? I don't mind doing the lawns and shit. I planting and shit. That's Mrs. Pom's degree. They've got Dougie Cochran in the next draft, who potentially is the best player in the draft. Ben Mackay, fucking hell, Ben Mackay was in slow motion there, chat. And that is a stoppage just outside, with the free kick finally awarded to Essendon outside 50. 47-10, 16 minutes to play in the first half. Oh, mate, you are an expert, my friend, in that field. James Kelly, I remember when he came back. Do you remember when he came back? Well, obviously you will do. You're a Essendon man. Remember when James Kelly came back in the era of when they did the stupidest punishment in the world and removed any player playing from you who was over the age of 12? Boundary throw, 15:55. Sweet knocks it down. Hussein Al-Akkar is there. Zach Butters treats him like trash. And that's rushed behind. Don't mind you call on Skipworth. I'm a big Skipworth man. How do you weight Matt Rosa as well? Actually, unfortunately, you've got to be ruthless though. Like, unfortunately, that's like the thing in sport. It has to be ruthless. Like the minute you're not ruthless, the minute it goes bad. Bit better of Albert. Spot on. Oh, mate, don't force me in your gambling, ASMR. If you feel like it's a vibe, do it. It has a chance. I agree, Knackers. I like Rosa. And another beautiful kick. And here they come again. Jack Lacocious tries to put it out in front of Mitchy G. Mitchy G wins it, and Berry out the back. A little bit of build-up from the Port Power. They have been very, very good. They have hurt Essendon on that slingshot. 14:36 to play, and there's no calmness, is there, Blue Bag? Like we watched yesterday, we talked about that quite a bit last night. Richmond, their ability just to calm it down and be a bit calm under pressure. Totally different. I did indeed, Juzz. I was very impressed. I watched that last night, and then this morning I watched the Cody Walker game, Juzza. How are you, mate? I hope you're doing well. I think that's fair, Tio. Travis, I feel for you, mate. Tough, mate. It's a tough one. Here we are. Durham handballs it out the back. Excellent work. That was way too easy by Logan Evans. Durham, though, wins the ball back. He tries to get them going. Drills a kick low on the ground. And this is where Essendon will just have a little bit of squeaky bum time. The ball usually comes back with interest. Gondo Giannis in the back. He will get the free kick. Usually a good user by foot. Spawn Blue Bagger. Hey, to be fair, he won't go pick one, Cody. Atush. Like, Carlton should be fine. I think we'll live a long time until we see that. Aliyah, easy intercept grab. Travis is going to be tough for him. And here they are. Paul just going nice and calmly now. Todd Marshall back pocket. They usually like to go just into the corridor if they can. They take the kick on. Absolute brilliant pressure there. Concedes the free kick, but that's a good kick. And here's the switch. Ratikalia just comes off his man. Burning through. It's a beautiful kick out in front to the advantage. Was it deliberate? It doesn't matter. What a goal. Port Adelaide have their 9th. I really like it, mate. Joe Richards kicks his first. I've got that on the wish list, mate, from Tasmanian Starborough. Would be a good get, that, TL. Can't believe we're talking about draft picks round 2, though, bro. I've been there, bro. Look, mate, TL, you're a good man, man. Like, you and Bombers, tough. Sonia, like, you've always got great humour and great value, so I wish you the best. Look, I take no pleasure in what I'm seeing, man. I take no pleasure in what I'm seeing. Donny, what are you saying? Instant sack? Josie, yeah, I've got it on my wish list. I'm waiting for them to tell me when it's in stock. Peter Wright goes down the right peg. And I'm going to have a boundary throw. Can Essendon? Come on, Essendon. Get something going, boys. Give the fans something. Ozpos is potentially the worst. Donny, sack watch. Flip, I feel for you. Hey, Bombers, mate. It's all good. Super coach, I'm good, mate. A little bit under the weather, but I'm all right apart from that, mate. My vibes are good. How are you, mate? It does look a little bit like you're the cameraman at a Bonnie Blue event, doesn't it, at the minute? So, it's interesting because the two-way running is non-existent. I'm all right, mate. I've just got a bit of a cold. The do, Juzza. 12 minutes 30. Peter Wright is stopped. Centre of the ground, almost. Peter Wright taps it down. Darcy Parish manages to go backwards to go forwards. And here they come again. Jacob Weir, absolute elite kick, and it's been way too easy to open the corridor. Jason Horne-Francis is absolutely baffing McGrath at the minute. Needs help, gets help. Hey, Bomber, mate, respect though, man. Like, look, we show up every week, don't we? And that's the beautiful thing about sport, man. And then inside, oh, that was nearly a specky from Mitch. Essendon dribble it out. It's going to come back, you would think. Dyson Sharp, though, working hard like an otter. And Rosie gets the stoppage. Hey, I love that, Ashley. I'm a big Devils man. I'm looking forward to seeing them in the Premier League, in the AFL. Lana, how you doing, my darling? Good to see you. Dyson Sharp gets the handball away. Jai Caldwell, that's probably the first time he's not aeried a handball. Archie Roberts. Oh, my good lord. They make it so hard, man. Like, poor Kako there, handball into 4 people. I like it, Only Carlton. Peter Wright just can't get it cleanly. Jai Caldwell. Good handball to Parish. Archie Roberts takes on everyone. And Rosie will come out the back half. Bergman. We're going to go back for that, holding the ball, I think. It's a downfield Corey Durden professional punch in the face. Lewis, I think they count everything like, you know, I've got a pet, Rumman. Only Cowan. I've got a pet, Rumman. Toby, yes. Scary as well. And it just shows you the difference of generation. I am indeed, Juzza. Archie Roberts been busy, not majorly game-changing, but has been busy, showing a little bit of fight. Jack Watkins just clears his lines. Peter Wright versus Mitchie G. Xavier Dersma. Gondi Janis. Xavier Dersma. Jai Caldwell. Powers one in. It's a 1-on-2 though. And Aaliyah says, thank you very much. Not much Archie Perkins going to do that. Hey, you've got to support him, Donny. Look, Tasmanian Devils, for those who are long-time OGs of the channel will know, have always been my NAB League team. You'd imagine that's reportable tough. Oh, Mitchie G spills it. Oh, Rosie's turn of pace. He says, come to me, boys. Come to me. Kicks it out in front. Corey Durden versus Newen. Newen wins. Dodgy little handball. Zach Johnson. Another dodgy little handball. Fucking hell, the basic skills of Essendon. Honestly, it's like watching a drunk guy fucking not try and wake his mum at 4 in the morning. And just get it out to the half-back line. Thank you very much, Lana. I appreciate you. Louis, it's going to be interesting if they ban... I know that's what Tasmania... I reckon that they'll make them fulfill their contract. Their contract's 2028, isn't it? I'd imagine they'll fulfill the contract and then they'll curb it. I mean, you're best off just paying them out and giving them the money. Joe Richards tries to get it going. I don't know how Joe Richards has won that. Watkins inside. Jason Horn Francis. Behind. Tough. You know what I do find fascinating, and this is something that I said about Carlton on the Watchalong last week. Don't know if anyone in here has ever coached junior sport. So, like, we're talking their first representation of sport. But kids without roles, kids without understanding will just chase the ball and follow it. Watching Essendon, it's like they're doing that. Paul, they'd be best off just paying it out and just saying, you've already done it, you've done really well, we've now got a team there. Yeah, well, Bombers, you know when you first do it, no one stays point guard, small forward, do they? They just all follow the ball without a plan. Where to me, that would always suggest to me, whenever I see that in junior sport or in senior sport, you don't have a clear understanding of the plan. I also think your ability to handle pressure comes down to your understanding of the plan. I always think that them two things are linked. Quick little handball here. They're making things happen. Ewan McKinley outside of the boot. Too easy. Donny spot on. Yeah, Bombers. And once you do that in junior basketball, everyone understands, don't they? A point guard knows if he stays in the corner, it spreads the defence. If he starts following the ball carrier, really easy to defend. Do you know what I mean? So, like, it's little things like that as you get to learn. Jack Lacocious banged his first one. Let's try and curse him again. Great kick as a junior. I'd expect he's still a good kick. Oh, there you are. Helped you out, Bombers fans. And a behind. 61-11. Jackson Pryor on kicking duties now. Can I ask a question, Bombers fans? I hope she is as well, Sean. I'll know tomorrow. Can I ask, what's the knock on Jacob Farrer? Like, watching Archie Roberts, I know he's got no left, but he's fairly reliable by right. But you genuinely lack ball users. Why is Jacob Farrer not in? And why is Zach Johnson not getting a more poignant role, like I said last week in the ratings? Tough. Mate, I remember getting them emails from Carlton, mate, 2018, 2019, and honestly, I just wanted to drink bleach. Fair enough, that, Rich Ewan. But wouldn't you just think, though, ball users is a big issue? That's a beautiful kick there. Nate Caddy overcooks the kick. And, oh, Bombers. You see, I watched that Bombers. I mean, like, 20 of his touches were kick-ins, but he does hit the ground well, doesn't he? Right? He hits targets, man. Because I find it weird that Zach Johnson plays a more, like, almost lockdown role. I don't know if you watched the rating show with me and Fiona. Shot a goal from the Bombers! And there they are. They needed that. 2 goals, 5 plays, 9 goals, 7. And you know what? Not much song and dance there about that goal. But it is a hard watch. Yeah, Tio, it makes no sense. I do love Sam Durham, though, Donny. Can I just say, I am a Sam Durham fan account. He always looks like he's working his tush off. I rate that. You know what? I'm going to have a lem sip at half-time. Going to man it up. It does look very lucid, doesn't it, Poet? How are you anyway, mate? How are you going? How have you enjoyed your weekend? Free kick again in the ruck contest. This time going Essendon's way. Inside they go. Trying to make something happen. Peter Wright flies for the ball. Jai and Kyle Langford, no look handball. And Jason Horne-Francis has all the time in the world to turn it over to young Jackson Pryor. Caldwell worries me. Ashley, probably be a good way to quit as well, wouldn't it? And that's shocking by Langford. Stopped on the goal line. You know what, though? I'd love to know, like, I struggle when I watch your VFL team and when I watch this team, I really struggle to work out what the big plan is. Ball movement rise. Feels like there's like 33% of 4 plans. I mean, 3 plans. See, I think he should play on the ball. I feel like that's where you need your reliability. I don't rate him as a backman. Hey, Poet, good work, mate. Tio, you see, I agree with you, but like I said on the ratings, like, don't just play players for the sake of it as well. Yeah, flipping Rich Ewan, I agree. It feels like just kick the ball. That's way too easy. Jack Whitlock literally taking hang time there. Tell you what, this is a big worry for me as well. The transition defense. How teams move it. Like, that was training ground-esque. Caroline, I feel for you. I feel for you. I know it's tough. I know it's tough. Which I think actually speaks volumes. I know it's that part. And Whitlock blazes it wide. That might miss everything. It did. Jackson Pryor looking down the left flank. Oh, Caddy and Xavier Dersma almost spoil each other. Jacob Weir gets the handball out and Joe Berry's seen over the line by Zach Merritt. And that should be holding the ball, it is. Yeah, well, I mean, usually you can get a read, though, tough on the way the ball moves. But I can't see you set up a way to get out of a forward zone. Teresa, no point having a Ferrari, is there, if you can't hold an erection, as I always say. Tough, spot on. Oh my God, that is horrendous. Xavier Dersma tries to fix the damage, but I'm afraid the damage could be 6 points. I've never understood the hype of Archie Perkins, Flipper. I'm tough, and I don't want to be... Flip, and I don't want to sound horrible. I didn't rate him in his draft year, and I don't rate him now. What's going on with status? Definitely, but I think it's kind of worrying. Bombers, spot on. Oh, it's going to be interesting. I mean, look, the chances of getting sacked before the main bye are slim to fuck. Oh my God, Corey Durden's going to come back. That was one of them shanks on a par 3 that hits the tree, goes down the cart path, hits the sprinkler head and goes on the green. 67-17. 50 points the margin. Hey, Power from Port, how are you, mate? Yeah, but am I simplifying it too much, Ritzuan? But I say this about Carlton all the time. That's why we have State League football to work on your craft. I do, Albert. I do. Jesus, that has... Fucking hell, that's swung like a politician, that. 2 minutes 35 to go. 10 goals 7, 2 goals 5. From an Essendon point of view, this hasn't been great. Hey, tough, mate. That is... Please don't be a goal. Misses everything. Yeah, because I heard, like, pre-season rumblings that Status was going to be converted into, like, more of a negating player, which I could see working. He's got a fantastic engine. Ashley, I couldn't agree more. Him and Stephen Silvani have the same mindset of years ago of winning a trade, which holds against you. You've got to be bold and ambitious, and it's I hate to say it, but list management nowadays is almost like it's almost like an ecosystem. Ratakalia, little dinky kick down there, 1 minute 55. Tell you what, Jack Whitlock has just found space at ease. Whitlock punts it down into the forward pocket! And Darcy Byrne-Jones did everything but take the mark. I love you, TL. I absolutely love you. What are the umpires talking about here? Like, where they're going for a beer at the end of the game? Where's good in port? We really don't have to see the replay. Oh, Caddy, good mark. Fuck, do you remember David Myers? Fuck me, that is way back. Xavier Dersma, good little handball to Kyle Langford. Langford holds his own. Caldwell. Oh my God, a high ball into Kako's not going to work behind. Jeanette, it's not good. I agreed with Ewan, but that's why when I heard the rumours about him playing in a negating role, that for me, I think Sam Durham, he's kind of typecast. I don't know what you think, just because of his defensive and his work rate, where I think he's got something on the attacking point of ground. He's got something to give, so he's kind of been typecast. Scott Gumbleton. You can always tell a player, I think, as well in a name. Also helps, Ashley, that they're one of the few list managers that go to country football games. It's fascinating when a list manager who is currently in the AFL confirmed to me that they have like a third party that does scouting reports for lesser valued games that also does it for 14 other clubs, which just is mind-boggling to me. Little dinky kick in the middle. Connor Rosie, desperate from Sam Durham, worked his little tush off in this game. Farini, Coldwell, it's going to be after the siren, and 67 plays 18. And not much to write home about. For the Power, it's almost like a prolonged training drill. They have come out, they have worked hard, they have gone hard, and they're getting everything they need at the minute. Just a little bit of sustenance, and sustenance is very important, especially in elite sport. Everything going well for them. They've worked their transition. They're getting to run at their zones, their leading patterns. They will feel very, very, very good after that first half. For Essendon, some incredible worries for them. That it has almost been too easy at times. And the big glaring deficiency at the minute is just the biggest difference is the execution of the raw fundamentals. And this could be a long, hard day for the Bombers. Long, hard day. And we've got a lot of Bombers friends in the chat, and we love them to pieces. But, I mean, when you're going at 30% inside 50 as well, you're not even allowing yourself to relieve any pressure. I mean, that's like trying to relieve pressure by playing drum and bass when you've got a migraine. So, sad times. Sad times. It's going to be interesting because they're also a player down on the bench, which makes it even worse, to be fair. Makes it even worse. But it's going to be a fascinating game. Chat, we will take a break. I'll let you chat amongst yourselves. I'm going to go and get some more medicine. We will be back at 4:40, my beautiful chat. My beautiful chat. Make sure you are liked and subscribed. Good day, TNT Footy. I love you to pieces. And I will see you back after the break. Hey guys, how we doing? We are back on deck. Big second half needed from the Bombers. Not to win this game, but to show some fight for their fans. Thank you, Lucinda. Downed me Lemsip, so I'm prepared for the second half, and also my stream with a touche later. TL, mate, I'll take you through it, buddy. You know what? I'm surprised that Port have had 33 turnovers. You've always got to be wary of this game as well because you've got Ken Hinkley there who is definitely vying for a job. He's definitely vying for a job. I mean, looking at the contested possessions makes no sense, right? You getting your hands on that ball and doing nothing with it. I mean, how many inside 50s have you had? 6 less. 33%. Ooh. It's just all higgledy-piggledy, isn't it? It's a tough watch, man. It's a tough watch. I feel for the Bombers fans. Like, it's a tough watch for the Bombers. Over 178. So what are you on? 67, 85. So you need 100 in this. TL though, like, what do you put that down to? Like, obviously, like, coaching's a big part of that. Defense. You know what though? I don't know where you feel like this. I always think defensive application comes from integrity. Like, do you also think a big part of that is defensive makeup? Like the makeup of the players? Like where like to put it back on you, where do you see the biggest problem is with that? Like, is that structure? Is that mindset? Is that preparation? Where do you see that being the big issue? Because I'll make a full caveat. I don't think Zach Reed is a defender. I agree, TL. I think you've nailed it. I mean, that's where I am. I think there's a lot of maybe there. TNT, I'd agree with that. Hard to say, William. Honestly, hard to say if it'll go over 178. I mean, if Essendon starts scoring, yes. Do you feel like there is a little... Do you feel like... How do you feel like culturally in the fan base? Do you think there's a resignation as well? In, we're going to get better? Do you feel like there's a resignation that it's just gonna... Time will fix itself? Is there like a sense of urgency, do you think, in the fan base? And vicariously, is that in there? See, I agree with that, Magnus. I have no idea, William. In Australia, it's on all of our streaming services. Worldwide, I have no idea. TNC, I mean, like, I think even if you throw Draper in this side, though, as well, like, I think it's in a bad place. Good to see you, though, anyway, mate. Good to see you, Taz. I'll have to catch up with you one day, mate. So I'd have no idea, William, like, internationally. Spot on, TL. Tell you what, that Madeline quilt set doesn't look so bad. Hey, I'll up Rainer to the help. Magnus, I'm everywhere, mate. I'm like one man. They're very good, Lucinda, thank you. Just actually seen the cat. Just gave it some food while I was in the kitchen making lemsip. You know what I've got a craving for? A chicken avocado salad with some red onions. That's what I'm craving. My body is craving some sustenance. Sonia, I feel so sorry for you, my lovely. So sorry. Do you think, Tia, where do you stand if you brought in, like, what do you think the quickest way to fix it is? So I've got a French poodle Russian doll cross for a dog and tortoise shell for a cat. Hey, Raina, how good is it when your mates get involved in a sport? It's like Merit FC. It feels really, like, genuinely, mate, when I watch the Bombers. It feels like a lot is wrong. Oh, you can't beat that, Lana. Yeah, I'm thinking I need some sustenance. I feel sick. Yeah, a few of my pom mates, like, watch the games that I'll watch along. So the boys are coming back out now. Port Adelaide looking very relaxed. Essendon, a lot of work to do. Ah. Ooh, bit of silver beat. Bit of silver beat. So third quarter about to go. Hey, no, Donny, no, I am live on a Cowton channel later about 7 o'clock, so I'll miss that, mate. I'll watch that tonight in bed and take my notes for tomorrow's review. Here we go, third quarter. Pom, press the button. There we go. Jai Caldwell fumbles it out. Durham tries to get his head over it. Sweet. Wrapped up by the faithful arms of Blackiston. Bombers, I love it. Magnus, mate, yeah. Hey, much love to Taz. Good to see you, buddy. You know what? Having a back-end summer cold is the worst time to get it as well. Hey, I love it, Taz. Here we are. Jai Caldwell handballs it. Dyson Sharp loses it in the tackle. Pressure here, though, from Essendon the minute. Newen goes to McGrath. McGrath wraps up. Span round 8 times. Here they go now. Zach Merritt left boot. One-on-ones everywhere. Peter Wright out in front. Clever by Nate Caddy. Will he make the mistake he did last time? Not this time. First goal of the third. And that was very nicely done there. Nate Caddy ran an absolute mile. Mate, Donny, how good was that? Ran an absolute mile. Came off his man. So if you watch here, absolutely loses Alia out of the front of the pack. No stopping him. And takes the extra couple of footsteps. Hey, Smegoff, how you doing? It would have been borderline, Rainer, wouldn't it? But it doesn't matter. Look at that. What was that finals game? James Hird kicked a goal like that, like at the dying steps, dying moments from the pocket. Essendon fans will be able to quote it. I think it was against the Eagles. Bodders goes inside 50. And then Leeds have absolutely killed them. Honestly, Zach Reed is about as close. Honestly, Zach Reed has played as close to Mitch Giorgis as I am my exes. That was it, TL. Hey, Ree, how are you? Hope you're doing well. I think it was West Coast Tiger Time. Hey, look at that for a little bit of Pom knowledge. Hey? Bombers fans, have I cooked two different things? Behind. 68 plays 24. Good to see you, Ree. Hope you're doing... I'm glad you're doing well. So not good Pom knowledge. Zach Johnson goes short, gets it back. This is kind of what Essendon have got to do here and then just open it up, which they do. New and right flank. That was it, Rich Ewan. Thank you. I remember watching it in controversial AFL moments. Then I went back and watched bits of the game. Incredible. So we get 6 for a goal, 1 for a point, William. Blurred Florini. Nate Caddy. Off a step. The Bombers are doing it. Hey, well done, Ree. Great work. 4 goals, 6-30. 10 goals, 8-68. The Bombers are flying. How good. Football's back. Thank you very much, Ree. I really appreciate it. Well, that Nate Caddy. I haven't, Magnus. It's probably something in the off-season. I want to do some, like, history things. Ashley, could they? Could they? Keep the next 5. Make this game interesting. Blackiston. Bit of a George Gregan. And the umpire has called it. I'm going very well. I've got a little bit of a cold, Reed, but apart from that, I'm okay. Nothing fluids won't fix. Nowhere to go, but an absolute splendid lead by Jason Horne-Francis opens the game up. Logan Evans goes to an empty pocket, and we'll have a boundary throw. Hey, I love that, Bombers. Hey, Ashley, can you imagine? Ria, I would agree with you. It does look that way. Hopefully, Essendon can make a game of it, though. Blackiston loses out to Sweet. Newen being a little bit harassment there. Love to see it. Pressure everywhere. Darcy Byrne-Jones pops one up on the goal square. Pressure everywhere now. Nicely done by Lacocious. Burgoyne. Whitlock. Do not want a handball to Roberts there. And Roberts gets the free kick. There we are, looking for the switch. It's a dangerous one. And Florini was just expecting that to land in his palms. You don't like the Bombers, do you, Ree? Which team do you support, Ree? Oh, great kick. And Will Drew gets the mark in front. Look at how far Jason Horne-Francis has gone for that. Look at that. And here we are, William Drew. Tell you what, he looks a very young 27. I love that, Rees. Good man is Toby. Good man. And that goes straight through the eye-diddle-diddle. 11 goals, 8. 74. 4 goals, 6. 30. You love to see it, Ree. That was, it wasn't the prettiest, was it, Lucinda? Atouche, mate, they're daring. One day, Ree, hopefully. I think we're going to be... I think it's going to be a toughish season this year, but I live in hope, Ree. One day. One day I'll be up and about for the whole season. But we'll cheer them, win, lose or draw. Here we are. Blackiston takes it straight out of the run contest. Zach Merritt. Here comes some run. McGrath handball straight to Dyson Sharp. And Butters says, welcome to the AFL, big dog. Dribbled forward by Watkins. Port Adelaide. This game's starting to get a little bit frantic, which probably helps Essendon out. I feel like they'd be better in chaos than control. Burgoyne dribbles the kick backwards. Oh, fumbled from Joe Richards, and he runs into a brick wall. Giordaldis throws Roberts out of the contest. Joe Roberts finds someone down the back half. And, oh, that's heartbreaking. Tell you what, Jason on Francis has done what he wants when he wants. And tell you what, the zone of Essendon is a little bit like the zone of the French at the Battle of Agincourt. He is, Donny. Jason on Francis, tell you what, if you were Josh Carr, you hope he gets absolutely pummeled in every press conference for the rest of the year. Bro turns into Superman. Here we are, Bergman. 14, 18 to play, bangs it through. 12 goals, 8 plays 4 goals, 6. 80 plays 30. A lot of time left in the third. Port Adelaide flying. Honestly, Zach Reed, genuinely. Like, they've got the extra there behind the ball, Essendon. Why is he not in the... Why is he not playing loose? Murder on the dance floor. Same person, Rainer. What the freaking heck went on there? Free kick, crossing the line from the ruck. Essendon bring it in. Aaliyah absolutely bodied Perkins there. And this has been dangerous. Their transition, tell you what, the fact that Sweet can play in front of 4 players isn't good. Foot race on here. Pressure on Jackson Pryor. He manages to get around his man. Zach Reed, no look handball. Finds Blackiston. Takes them on. Does well. Pops the kick up to right wing. And Mark. Lucinda is a good player. Ree, I'm looking forward to it. I'm like, oh, Kako with a mark. Big mark. I love football, so I can't wait to see it. Yeah, he looked like he got hurt by the Butters tackle. You know what? I've never played football in a competitive environment, Donny. But I always thought if you miss handballs, that's like missing a 1 meter side pass in football. Here we are, Kako. He's been very lively. Very lively. Has not missed the memo, though. The wind is going right to left. Behind 31. 4 goals, 7. 12, 8, 80. And that's a very good gab by Jack Lukosius. And look at the run on. The run on now. Jason Horne-Francis playing in his own ground. Was a mile in front of Zach Johnson. And that's way too easy. Another coast-to-coast goal for Port potentially here. Their transition has been electric. What's in Jack Whitlock's ears? He's having a bit of fun, isn't he, out there, Donny? And that's a behind. 81-31. What's Matt Cottrell doing as a goal umpire? What are we checking here? Yeah, I mean, the draft after that, Ashley, was just like phenomenal for them as well, wasn't it? Sonic's Nemesis. Does look like a very... Looks like Dr. Robotnik if he was on a very good protein diet. Out on the full is the on-field call. What are you confused about, William? Why is the line dropping? Well, it's probably because at the current rate, it's going to be close. But as players tire in the AFL, William, scores usually become more apparent. Essendon are working very hard. There we are, handball through traffic. Sam Durham gets his handball away. Here it is through the corridor. Archie Perkins, one bounce. Trapped by Rosie. Blackiston, nice little sidestep. Loses Rosie. Puts in a delightful kick. This is nice. Archie Roberts puts it on the goal square. And Kyle Langford. Good mark. Better from Essendon. Trying to open that corridor. Try and take the game on. Be brave. Be bold. Good from them. Well done. Well done. Superdog, I mean, highly likely. I mean, it's early season as well, isn't it? You've got to say it's early season, so some of these games have been finals intensity, haven't it, with the new rules? 37-80. But, I mean, am I the only one? I actually like footy. I'm actually enjoying this high speed game. I'm really liking it. Blackiston, definitely. I'm a big fan of him, mate. Albert, it's a lot better to watch. Spartan Bombers sometimes just use the ball. Looks like a left knee complaint for Dice. Spot on, Donny. I'm enjoying it. Oh, does. Taking the piss, running through. What a bullet handball. It was like a young Goggins for Geelong. Out to Farini and good. Spoil. $80-37, mate. 117. Rosie looks in all sorts of strife here. Looks like he's just stepped on Lego. Yeah, Albert, I'm a big Durham boy, man. I'm with you. I think he needs to play in there. Hey, mate, as an Englishman, Ritsuan, I couldn't agree more, mate. Not good for my super coach, this poet. Ashley, I really enjoy it. Like, look, genuinely. Looks like he stood on Lego and then fallen on it. Superdog, I agree. I mean, I think when you look at how people are drafting, though, they've kind of drafted for this game style. I will predict in 5 years' time, with the natural improvement of players, you will see a very close league. I reckon 2030, I reckon there'll be 14 teams within 8 points of everyone. Rosie looks like he's rolled his ankle. Doesn't he look good? It's a good game, though, Tiger Time, isn't it? 80-37, 9:57 to play in the third. Real, love it. Oh, you felt that hyperextension, didn't you? Oh, shit the bed. That's definitely painful. That's definitely painful. Hey! Go on, Huss. Huss handballs it. No look handball from Langford. Kako can't take it cleanly. Spinneroony. Handballs to no one. And we should have a stoppage. You know what? Huss is a little he's a little minx, isn't he? Really tough on that ground ball. And that's going to be good pressure. Essendon going to get to kick this straight back inside 50. Farini to take. That's it, Sonia. Farini puts it up into the centre of the 50. Lots of flyers. Kako's at the ground. He's got 4 to beat. Can't do it. But McGrath's going to put pressure on Joe Berry. Doesn't have possession. And out of bounds we go. You know what? It's weird because Toth, there was all this talk about him being like the link at higher forward. I haven't seen it. I do love that, William. I love how we find weird spots. Oh, Jai Caldwell kicks it straight into the man, though. Parrish worried out of it. McGrath, can he lead his troops? Kicks it inside 50. Ratakalia runs into a gang tackle there of Dursmer and Langford. And Zach Butters thrown out of that contest. Stupid free kick. I feel you, actually. Stupid free kick that from a mature player like Parrish. So you're telling me Tiger Time it's going to be squeaky bum time, that game? Look, they've upped the levels, Albert, haven't they? Like, I mean, at least it's an entertaining game now. Zach Butters just goes to left wing. It kicks you in the absolute short and curlies, doesn't it, Tough? When it's your mature players as well. You can kind of cope with the kids being stupid. Oh, Giadoris and not good enough. Gondor up to the task. You know what I never understand is why have they spent hours watching the video? Isn't it a physio who's going to be able to have a look at that? Will Drew kicks it inside and Mitchie G takes the grab. 7:40 to play. Oh no, Tiger Time. Mitch says he's going to take it. Been a bit hit and miss. Usually though, Mitch, when he's got the stupid angles, usually kicks goals. You'd say Mitch is probably worse on the ones you'd guarantee. 1 goal, 2 for the day. 7 minutes, 10 to play. Looks good. Is good. 13 goals, 8. 86 plays. 5 goals, 7. 37. Port Adelaide starting to put their foot down a bit. I am looking forward to the Melbourne game, to be honest. I'm looking forward to it. I have actually missed my boys this week. I've missed Carlton this week. I kind of needed the week off from them, and I've missed them. I'm ready. I'm ready to enjoy football again. Doesn't look nice, does it? I mean, especially when he got up then as well. And looked like he'd stepped on the Legos again. Here we are. Horn Francis. Nice by Lacocious. Berry to Drew. Usually very good inside 50. And that's way too easy. Hey, Jamie B. How you doing? Hey, Paul. Maybe they're watching the stream, brother. I watch it on mute, so I can't be blamed for plagiarism. Oh, no, Donny. Here we go. Corey Durden, straight in front. Oh, it's a wibbly wobbly one, but it's gone through. 14 goals, 8. 5 goals, 7. And after a 10-minute spurt from Essendon, that was way too easy. Maybe, Paul. Maybe, mate. Donny, and it's heartbreaking, isn't it? Why do we... Oh, look at that. That could be horrible. Chris, mate, looking forward to it, brah. $92.37. You know what I find weird as well? Carlton were doing this last week. When they win hitouts, it's almost like no one knows what the ruckman's going to do. Kaka took the bounce, ran himself into trouble, and I think that's going to be high. It is. Tell you what, that was an injection of pace. Good to see. Like the fact Kako still takes the game on. Hey, look. Take 'em, Bombers, mate. Take 'em. He was in control. Hey, Blue Bag, he was in control. Give the Bombers something. You see, look, it is what it is. Behind. 5 goals, 8, 38. 14-8. Oh, Dyson's hammy looks like it's absolutely gone. And Aliyah just right half back. I really like Kako. There's something about him. He's got a little bit of he's got whatever it is. He's got it. I like his work rate. I like his desire. I like it. Doesn't seem to affect him how bad it is. Bombers, fair few, bro. Like more soft tissues than a teenage bedroom at the minute, isn't there? I love it, Petra. Could be, Chris. Hey, I don't mind that call by you, Donny. I can see it. Tell you what, Port, one thing I've liked about Port is they've played this game as if they're playing a very strong side. Jason on Francis looking for the option. That is way too easy. Why are Essendon so condensed? It's absolute Banterville. And Joe Richards off the left peg. Behind. 93 plays 38. Dyson Sharp looks so angry with that injury. What happened to that Port player off the ball? And that is foolish there. Sam Durham. 40-yard pace, bro. Ray, you going for North? I will be hoping that the Roos can get it done. Here we are, Joe Richards. Looks good. Is good. 15 goals, 9. Plays 5 goals, 8. .230 to play in the third. Well, we've had about 5 hamstrings in 24 hours. It's not good. I'm sure Patrick Dangerfield will let us know about it in the next couple of days. Some of the IQ decisions from Essendon are incredibly lowbrow. Thumped forward there. I don't know how deliberate. Everyone runs under it. Joe Berry did not give up there. Zach Johnson kicks it out wide. Clever handball. Xavier Dersma finds Jai Caldwell. Bans Jaden Newen even. Run down. Joe Berry is everywhere at the minute. Kicks it inside 50. Zach Reed wins that contest. Caldwell with the tackle. Jace Burgoyne. And that should be a free kick. And Zach Butters now feeling the pain. Nice kick. Can Essendon finish with a flurry here? They try and open the corridor. Kick to a 1-on-3. And it goes the way you'd expect. Port can slingshot out the back half here. Nothing worse tough than the no-look handball, mate. And intercept grab there by Zach Reed. Kind of needs that. Thank you very much, Lana. Petra, how many behinds do you think gets the job done? Oh my good Christ. Oh my gosh. When it goes bad, it goes bad. They got away with that, Essendon, but Essendon's basic skills. That's poor. So we got throw in here, 1 minute 5, deep in the defensive half of Essendon. John Sweet takes it out. He fends off his own player. Kicks it in the air. That's going to come down with the International Space Station. Caldwell run down. Nicked his pocket, did Darcy Byrne-Jones, and another stoppage. To be fair, Ben Mackay does a really good job at just being there. Lacocious, Jesus, he did everything but mark that. Big tackle again. Corey Durden and Byrne-Jones. They're being a panful at the minute for the Bombers. Archie Roberts taking 2 guys on. And Corey Durden and Archie Roberts get into it. Umpire said, grow up. And it's going to be a free kick to Burne-Jones. Should run the clock down. I'm not a big fan of Jackson Pariah. I don't get it. And a behind. Brings up the ton. And there is the quarter siren. 100 plays 38. Donny, he's an anomaly, isn't he, Burne-Jones? And a little bit too, I'd say, would this be fair to my Bombers contingent in the chat, with all due respect? Way too easy? Is that your vibe? Stewie Dew, man. Do you remember all the hype around Dew early days? There's something mad. You see, I always like the look of the AO. I love you, TL. It's going to be tough, Donny and Bombers Rockets fans. I mean, it just feels... You know the best way I'd describe what I'm seeing from Essendon at the minute is how I would imagine if we did a charity game, how it would look. Like, they're kind of set up like that. I'd love to know how much of the game plan, Ritsu, and they understand. Do you remember Dew's hype, though, at Gold Coast? They were, like, really that... They just brought... Like, the media made out like that was the next Alistair Clarkson. Tell you what, Supercoach in tatters, chat. Supercoach in pieces, chat. Thank you very much, Toby. I love you, brother. I'm glad to see you, man. Gonna need like a 300 from freaking Harry Sheezer with the captain on him. Oh, it's in tatters, bro. In tatters. Helps, doesn't it, Sandra? We do. Well, we do, mate. We do, Williams. It's not the kind of thing you want to hear, Rich Ewan, is it, mate? That is not the kind of shit I want to hear, bro. Did you have Perkins in your team? Oh, Jamie. You know what? I'm just going to check now. I'm pretty sure I didn't have... I'm pretty sure I didn't have Dyson Sharp. I don't have Dyson Sharp. Has anyone got any update on how long Petrarca's out for? No, my injuries at the minute are Petrarca and Rosie. They're my injury concerns. Yeah, I'm with you, Bombers. I'm that, but I'm very concerned about Caleb Sarong, who I've had from the start. And once I start seeing how easy it is to tag you, I always panic. I'm going to hold just purely because Brayshaw is playing ridiculous football. So I'd imagine you tag him. Teffer, mate, honestly, I'm going to be intrigued over the next week. Hamstring awareness winner. Cheers, buddy. I'm hoping Rosie's one of them ones that you just have like a bath and you feel better tomorrow. Dick Nakos. That's clever. So here we are, fourth quarter about to commence. About to commence. You love to see it. And it's been an entertaining game. Didn't look good, did it, Rayner? They've got the bye next week, haven't they, Juddy? Just to clear their lines, because a mark stops play, so a mark effectively is like, oh, what's it called in the NFL, where the ball's in the air and is it safe? And here we go. And handball's inside. Will Drew kicks it inside 50. Ben Mackay wins that. Jackson Pryor handballs straight into a man about to be tackled. Jason on Francis tries to skip one. Can't skip him though. Pressure everywhere. No look handball from Dersma. And the intercept, they get to clear it. Smegoff. That's a niche reference, mate. Buttock nerve awareness. We had a bum injury the other day, didn't we? Which is an absolute great clip, I've got to say. A bum injury. Little chip there. Oh, Port Adelaide dancing now through the traffic. Was that the required distance? Shocking kick by Sweet inside. But that is impressive that they managed to get the ball into a stoppage. Mitchie G there, winning that. Well done. Whitlock. Dancing goal. And that was way too easy. Inman threat. Jack Watkins has his first AFL goal. They're just trying to feed each other out, Will, so everyone plays a big zone, so you'll see teams go left and right trying to do it. Fred, I think a bit of column A, bit of column B. Bit of column A, bit of column B, buddy. That's good work, that, Ashley. And another ruck free. 18:30 to play in the fourth. Look at the running here from Port. They're just taking the game on at will. Inside 50, and Ben Mackay takes the grab. Nice kick. What are we trying to get to? 178? So you need 6 goals. 5 and a bit goals. Easy intercept grab there by Logan Evans. Looks to switch it through the corridor. Oh, dangerous kick. Almost a bit lackadaisical. Jason Horne-Francis, though, has a chance to fix it. And finds the man right half-back flank as they go down the line. Good kick. And this is usually where they open them up now. Essendon doing well just to keep rigid. Down the line they go. Good kick. That late lead from Mitchie G has caused havoc. Oh, that is way too easy. Flip, well, I'm sending my love, mate. Sending my love, buddy. I'm sorry about that, bum. Easy mark inside 50 there. Way too lackluster, that. Well, based on this, Fred, it's going to be a long, hard season for the Bombers. Jace Burgoyne here. Being lively without being spectacular. Looks beautiful off the boot, though. And bangs it through. 17 goals, 10. 5 goals, 8. Best on ground for Essendon. Dear. Look, if you had to press me, considering I have to rate this game, without watching the watch-along rewatch again, if I was picking someone, I would say Durham. I've liked Durham. Been a bit loose with his disposal. Blackiston's a good shout. He's fought hard. Caddy, good shout. Zach Butters, nice little inbound. Tough, mate. World class. World class, mate. I love a little bit that does. Here he is. Does goes inbound. Look at this. Condor says, come at me, brah. And out they go, Essendon. That's good football. That's nice to see from the Bombers. Well done. That's it. A little bit of fucking impetus from the Bombers. Take the game on. Rashna Roman, mate, let's hope it doesn't get that far. I think they were in the game for longer against Hawks. I would agree, Jeanette. Is it going to swing or get the length? Behind. And here they go, just trying to move the ball back. Bombers is one of the weird things. It's interesting, though, because like that backline for them to continually play that way doesn't put the ball in the right user's hands. Oh, that's way too easy. And here they come again. Out they go. Joe Richards in a canter. Gives it to Zach Butters. And Jackson Pryor has zero hope. Jack Lukosius will easily slot this through. Just to open up the zones, William, so you'll see that Essendon play a real strong zone, basically, which doesn't work. But you'll go left to right. You always have a man on the mark, open the ground up, look for the inside-out handball, move it quickly. I'd say probably $75. Did Jack Lacoste? Oh, you didn't know that. That's a massive goal there. 18 goals, 10. 5 goals, 9. You know what? Hopefully the North Eagles game is good. Yeah, consumer, I would say $151 that would be paying. I think it will depend on his press conference. If his press conference is as banter as it was. You see, though, like my question about Horse Paz would be this. Plays a very contested brand. You've got to bounce it. So our possessions, you've got to take a bounce. Kicks inside 50. Nothing going on. So it's every 15 metres, so you go. Hey, welcome back, Ray. So that's my only issue with Horse. It's the same with people saying Simpson. That game style is obsolete, and I don't think he showed anything to say he was changing in that. And Horse is... I think it makes sense, but it'd be a risk. Because you look at Clarkson. Clarkson has had to adapt his game style massively. And you'd say he's the forerunner of the game everyone else plays. Parrish gets the ball out. Handballs it straight, though, to Burgoyne. Burgoyne has a shot, and they have the extra behind the ball. 119 plays 39. We've got 12:59 to play. Oh, I'll tell you what. It's just so loose. And that should be paid a mark. It is. And Perkins is going to have a shot. Who would I rather coach? Essendon or Carlton? With what's coming, Carlton. Because Cody Walker and Jagger is tasty. Be an honour to coach both teams, though, wouldn't it? Like, history. Mr. Urban Bergen, mate. Who's your first? Who's your first? Depends who your first is. If your first is Brisbane. Go. Go, go, go. Archie Perkins nails it. The Blues. That's a big... I tell you what, they need a little bit of a vibe. They need a little bit of a vibe, don't they? These boys, they needed a little bit of a vibe, and they've got it. Might be a safe option. How are they going? Still a lot of time left in this game as well. Tough. Bad times. I'm interested about his post-time celebration, Bombers. I love golf. Mate, at least you've got golf. Here we go. Jason on Francis bursts out. Dinky little kick. Joe Richards, Joe Berry give chase, so to Corey Durden. Caldwell finds Roberts, goes inside. Zach Merritt had the spatial awareness of a fucking panda in the dark. Out he comes, clever little paddle. Parrish absolutely bricks himself. Roberts finds a kick. And good little mark there by Perkins. Well, happy 50th, mate. Happy 50th, Mr. Urban. Joe Berry, no-look handball, finds Darcy Byrne-Jones. And he nails it to add to the hurt. 125-45. 10 minutes 30. And William Smith, our new friend in chat, only needs 3 goals. And this game could be the greatest bet of all time. Rational Roman, I don't mind that call, mate. I agree, Passmaster. Hey, Mr. Urban Bug, that sounds awesome, bruh. Tough, though. Can you imagine? Just imagine, though, if you and me were there, this wasn't a team that we cared about, right? We're both there as neutrals. This would be a great game just to sit on the hill, drink beers, and take the piss, wouldn't it? Like, this is a great day out if you're a neutral. Or if you're a Port fan. Hey, William. We're glad to have converted you, mate. Crazy that, Peter, innit? Free kick, Port. G'day, Frank. How are you, mate? 10 minutes to play. Jace Burgoyne goes just down the left. I mean, you can put the world to rights in this game. Look, like, if you were sat on that grass bank there, you would have fixed the world. Oh, bold spoil there. Me too, Tiger Time. And this should be a goal out the back. Nate Caddy's got all the time in the world. Takes a bounce. Runs wide. Kicks the goal. Oh, I love that, Ashley. That's crazy. 7 goals, 9, 51, 125. I don't really know. Rational Roman, it could happen. Oh, I love that, Peter. What were you up to down there, mate? You know what? Nate Caddy's worked very hard. I mean, the goal miss is absolutely abhorrent, though, but he has worked hard. And here we are, Jai Caldwell. Was Nate Caddy chopped? Umpire says no. Archie Perkins puts it out in front to Roberts. Roberts gives it to Kako. Kako steadies. Big goal. Bit of a flourish here from the Bombers. A little bit too late. Port Adelaide. Bergman, though, he's running like he stepped on Lego. And William, you've German Shepherd sitting. Tell you what, there's quite a few German Shepherds out this way, as you could imagine, for obvious reasons. A touche, mate. Well, William, you should be home, mate. Believe. 20-goal turnaround, only counting. 9 minutes to play. Durham pops it in to 50. Way too easy. And looking through the corridor, Blackiston. It is a free kick. Time back on now. 8:45 to play. Looks to put it up on the goal square. Some of the entries have been shocking. Nate Caddy! And there's the point that our friend Williams needed. 125 plays 58. Not too sure why Archie Roberts couldn't have just kicked that into an open goal. Paz, I mean, it's a real possibility, but I mean, it's all about your culture, Paz. All about your culture and getting that vibe in. The team doesn't look happy, though. Brad Scott doesn't look happy or motivated as well, and that worries me for the Bombers. Eight minutes to play, and Port Adelaide have really eased this. I agree, Atush. It doesn't look a vibe team, does it? The space Essendon give up in the midfield is crazy. Paz, you know who I am a real big fan of? Michael Barlow, former Werribee coach. Now, if you look at how Werribee used to play and the talent they had, and the system he set up, which has been continued, and the success they've had, he gets the quick modern-day football. Jason Horne-Francis behind. He would be definitely one that I would interview for the position. I was huge on Kingy last year as well, Stephen King. I do, yeah. Can you hear it? Caddy can't quite take the mark. Langford, though, at the fall of the ball. 6:50 to play. Looks to switch it up. Do you remember the first, Urban? Do you remember the first Street Fighter? Ah. Yes, I've got a little aircon there. Office is boiling today. Tin roof. Inside and Caddy. Can't do much with that. 6:39 to play. I rate that, Urban. But the first Street Fighter movie, never forget it. And a big airborne clearance. And we've got that clock issue again, chat. On KO, you're saying the clock hasn't moved. Look, and now it's satanic. Got Chanda. I mean, maybe this is a way that you snare a future first for Berwick as well, Cody. Got Chanda. Mate, me and Mrs. Pom talk about this all the time about remakes. Like, I heard the other day that they're thinking about doing a Back to the Future one. And genuinely, honestly, just shook my head. $5.48 to play. Jordan Sweet taps it down. The sales have gone out of this game now, haven't they? Rashton Robin, sometimes you've got to, mate. It's all you've got left. God, Chanda, it's tough, man. It's tough. And there's Caddy with another mark. He's had a bit of a tail wag, Cads. Bit of a tail wag. Poet, there is nothing, honestly, like... I just can't believe we are, like... Caddy kicks that goal, by the way. I just can't believe we've run out of ideas. Like, surely we haven't. You know what? My favourite bit of literature of all time is Wuthering Heights as well. And what they did to that book genuinely is the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, genuinely, absolutely soul-destroying what they did to the remake of the remake of the remake. Like, just stop touching shit. Is what I think. So Essendon, they've had a bit of a tail wag towards the end of the game, in fairness to them. But it's been very, very, very one-sided, it has to be said. Yeah, but Paul, it's just, mate, they need to stop it. Big mark there by Archie Roberts. I do love a little bit of Nate Caddy, man. Good to see him going well. Tism, one of my mates goes and sees them quite a bit. Rational Roman. And a bit of a 50 here. The bomber has been Will Smith. That is elite. Inside they go and spoiled for the line. .426 to play. Port Adelaide. Their next three fixtures. Very intriguing. They're playing all the lower ranks. Can I just say, the Ghostbusters all-female cast, no offence, is actually the worst thing I've seen with two eyes. Genuinely the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, honestly. Like, Paul, mate, the worst thing I've ever seen. And, you know, the women who did it as well individually, I don't mind them. It was just like, who the fuck asked for this? I didn't ask for it. I don't think there's a woman in the world who asked for it. Coldwell! Tell you what, we've had the biggest high-scoring game ever. I love you, Toby. 71-26. And this is taking a bit of the gloss off Port's win. Like, genuinely no one asked for it, Bombers fan. Genuinely. I don't think anyone did. They're going to win, Reed, don't worry. I do remember that one, Rich Suin. 4 minutes to play. You know what I'd like to see in the AFL? You know, like in the NBA in like the last 20 seconds and teams just don't bother moving the ball and play the clock out? Like at this stage now, we could just play kick to kick. Roberts looks for options, goes down the line. Florini can't take it. No look handball from Richards. But I'll say this, you know the new Ghostbusters that they did with the old cast? My kids didn't hate it, and I didn't genuinely hate it. Thank you very much, Ree. Great to have you here. 3 minutes 20 to go. A little chip kick down here. Can Port just reaffirm the scoreboard pressure? Jason on Francis goes forward again. And Jack Lacocious. Yeah, I liked it. And I thought the idea that they brought in a younger cast as well, Bombers, Rockets, was good as well. because you could do more with it after. Do you know what I mean? It was like introducing. It was kind of like the way they did it is I let go of my childhood. My kids could have their own childhood, and everyone could just move on with their lives. Big goal there. 20th goal of the game for Port 2012. Hey, Ree, yep, come and join us. We need all the help we can get. 132 plays, 73 minutes to go. I agree, Ashley, but it was obvious Port have checked out of this game. Like, let's just have fun. .238 to play. Essendon will be very happy getting on the plane back to Melbourne. Good movie. Back to the Future is the best. Thank you very much, Ree. We appreciate you. Rational Roman, genuinely, honestly. If they ever massacre Back to the Future, that might be me just done with movies for the rest of my life. Nice little chip kick there. Port Adelaide have moved the ball really nicely. Zach Merritt. Zach Merritt's been a little bit quiet. Oh, turnover central. And here we are. Port goes sideways. Thank you very much. Love you, Lana. Jace Burgoyne, left wing. 1 minute 55 to play. Oh, Ashley, you'd imagine so. And what a performance as well after people questioning him last week, Ashley. Hey, Petra, maybe this is the real game. This is the real game. 1 minute 30. Nice little patient build-up. Jacob Weir finds a mark. Ewan McClinley. Paul, mate, get out early. Cheers, Lana. Thank you very much. And here we are, just taking more time off the clock. You love to see it. You love to see it. Down to a minute to play. I respect that. I respect the hustle. Magnus, it was crazy fourth quarter, to be fair. You see, Essendon are over it as well. Look, everyone is just like literally doing... This is the NBA final minute game. Ashley, yeah, and he says a lot, though, about a young kid. I had them, I think, 13th, 14th. Zach Butters up in the air and a behind. 5 seconds to play. That should be game. If Zach Johnson just does a nice little dinky chip kick. And there we are. Essendon go down by 63 points to Port Adelaide. Could have been bigger. But in the end, Port just too strong. Shout out everyone who watched in the chat. Shout out my lovely Essendon contingent. Sorry that was what you had to watch. Port Adelaide, though, big home win. They get their season underway. I will see you tomorrow. Make sure if you are a Carlton fan, tune in to me in a touche later. Hope to see you there, but thank you very much, chat. Love you to pieces. Make sure you like the stream and subscribe. Much love to everyone. I'll see you tomorrow with the recap video. See you soon. Much love.